Good evening, everyone. My name is David Sharon. I'm the Director of Summer Programs at Quinnipiac University. And I want to thank you for being here this evening and listening to all these great options. I hope to give you a few reasons why you might want to spend your summer with us. A little bit about us, for those who aren't familiar, Quinnipiac University, we are a co-educational private university with 9 schools and 3 campuses located in South Central Connecticut. About 10,000 undergrad and graduate students total. So a bit on the larger side, but also with the resources that come with that. We're about a 2-hour drive, equidistant between Boston and New York City. For those who do know Quinnipiac University, I think one of the most compelling arguments that I can make for what we're able to do and what the students who come to us are able to do, just about over 97% of Quinnipiac graduates are either employed or in advanced education degrees within 6 months of graduation. Now, what does that mean in terms of summer? And so as we've crafted our summer portfolio, it's doing one of 2 things in any given program. And the first is exploration. So we have a number of programs, whether it's the Healthcare Exploration Academy or media production, these 2-week on-campus, in-person, immersive experiences are giving students a multifaceted view of say media production, not just in front of the camera, but also behind the camera, and then knowing all the different steps in between that come into doing a broadcast. Or if it's the Health Science Exploration Academy, it's every different day doing a different discipline. So one day might be occupational physical therapy, and then the next day might be learning about doing radiology and doing an MRI scan. So exploration is one facet. The other facet is enrichment. And these are things like medical microbiology, which we offer, sports journalism, esports and game design. These are going into a specific subdiscipline and going really deep into the facets of that one particular. So if you're interested in, either exploring or enriching or a little bit of both, if you contact us, we can let you know which programs are doing which. So top 5 reasons to join us. First and foremost, when you look at our website and you see all the different kinds of programs that we offer to high school and middle school students, it's really about degree and career-centered programs. And what does that mean? So this comes from research that we've done and conversations that we've had with our different schools saying, what are the most, future-proof skills and degrees that students should be learning now so that they can set themselves up for success in the future. And so that's sort of the portfolio that we've put together, whether it's data science and medical microbiology and all of these sort of like really strong disciplines to be learning about now as a high school student or a middle school student. The next reason I think you should join us is that we have accomplished and excited faculty who've signed on to do these summer programs. They do not have to do these summer programs, and many of them have, consulting engagements and speaking engagements and all sorts of other disciplines, research that they're doing in the summer, but they've elected to design and to actually operate these programs. You can see one of our medical professionals, teaching faculties, teaching the students to work an MRI machine, which we have on site. So that's all really exciting hands-on stuff, and you're going to be working with experts. The next reason I think you should come join us is project-based and professional learning. And so what does that mean? So project-based is not necessarily going to be super unique amongst programs. You're going to be working with teams to create these collaborative projects, but you're going to be doing it in the professional context. If you look at the left, you can see our makerspace as part of our School of Engineering. I mean, those aren't just like commercial grade tools. Over to the right, we have 3-dimensional printers that are able to print in 3D. We have heat transfer lathes. We have all sorts of high-end commercial grade equipment to build things. And that's part of our Connecticut Invention Convention Summer Camp. And that's for middle school students. On the right side, we have our actual podcasting studio, which we have in-house, as well as our broadcasting studio, which is part of our Ed McMahon Communications Center. And that's what students will be using for sports journalism and media production. So everything in the professional context. Another reason why I think you should join us is diverse and inclusive learning. And so what do I mean by that? Well, first of all, any of these programs is certainly about, the discipline that you're studying and being on campus and getting that flavor of what it's like to be a college student. But as we all know, as you move on into careers, that is about how you work with others and how you work with others with backgrounds different than yourself. And so we've done a really good job of pulling together diversity in all shapes and forms and from across the US and even internationally into these programs. But we've also done it on the instructor side as well. As you can see here, this is Dave Stevens. He's had a really successful career in broadcasting, worked for ESPN for decades, was actually a professional baseball player and played football in college. and he just so happened to be born without legs. And Dave is one of our instructors for the media production program. And as much as we're talking about the outcome of the media product, we're also talking about the people factor and what goes into making a really good team and making a good content. The last reason I think you should join us is that median price, maximum value. You know, we know that we're not the cheapest program that you could possibly Google search, but we know that we're right there, fair in the middle. And we've done a really deliberate job in doing that, because we know on the other end, when it comes to providing value for the past summers that we've had students come to us, I mean, our satisfaction surveys are, you know, 5s across the board. We have students who are getting hands-on on all the different resources and equipment and expertise that we have to offer to really showcase ourselves in the best possible way. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, please visit qu.edu/summer. You don't have to remember Quinnipiac, but you will be able to pronounce that by the time that you finish and leave with us. So qu.edu/summer. Get to see all the summer programs that we offer. You can email us at summerprograms@qu.edu. And thank you so much for listening.